A healthy workplace or teamwork is perhaps not anger-free. Can expressing anger improve rather than hurt a work relationship? Anger signals the expressor's feeling of goal blockage and other blame, and conveys threatening messages in confronting a recipient or target with the frustration experienced.
Given these intimidating facets, anger has often been regarded as socially aversive, as it tends to provoke negative or retaliatory reactions. However, moving away from this negative view, some scholars have highlighted the social function of anger. Paradoxically, anger contains the message in the madness. That requires people to be attentive to its message or problem, rather than being provoked by the emotion. Moreover, the function of anger is also known as context-sensitive. That is, anger may only be functional when it fits, rather than violates, the norm of a social context. An international research team, led by Dr. March To, from the University of Western Australia, investigated when anger displays can motivate collaborative behaviour among co-workers to resolve problems. To test their hypotheses, the authors conducted a total of 3 empirical studies, including an experimental study with 152 participants, and 2 field studies, using a social network research method, with respectively 811 and 734 dyads embedded in teams.
They found consistent supports for their hypotheses that anger displays can lead to collaborative behavior between coworkers.
But only when observers, or recipients of anger, have the so-called prevention orientation, which is characterized with a pause and check mentality, and a higher sensitivity to threats. For these individuals, the problem signals of co-workers' anger displays can activate their alarm system, and thus trigger their collaborative, rather than impulsive or retaliatory response, in order to maintain constructive work relationships. They also received higher overall performance evaluation from their supervisors. Importantly, the authors' findings suggest that interpersonal anger is more functional for teams in which co-workers' goals are yet to be aligned. Thus, anger appears as useful to indicate personal boundaries and demands in cases of conflict, and in turn helps co-workers to find collaborative resolution. In teams in which co-workers' goals are already aligned, however, anger displays become less socially appropriate and functional.
When you feel angry, you feel the impulse to jump into the upsetting situation, or confront someone who is causing the frustration.
Following these few steps may help you manage your anger in a better way. First, try to create a space that gives yourself permission to pause for a while. The key is to slow the situation down. You may even let the others know you're doing this intentionally. Then, during the pause, ask yourself again what your goal in this team or project is. Do think clearly or even list out what you want the other party to do or change. Importantly, when expressing anger, direct it to the problem or one's behavior, not the person. Emotional intelligence training could be provided to facilitate employees to handle interpersonal anger appropriately and sensibly. Specifically, training can be designed to inform employees how to a. detect nonverbal or verbal cues of anger, b. develop the right approach to deal with angry encounters, such as being attentive to the underlying problem messages and understanding their causes or consequences, and c. realize the unaligned interpersonal goals behind the issue.
Thank you very much again for taking time to watch our video. I hope you find our research meaningful to you and your institute or company. Please do feel free to reach out to us if you are interested in participating in our research and obtaining evidence to inform practice and teamwork of your institute. Knowing how to cultivate a healthy and productive culture for your workplace, or knowing how to design and implement the programs to enhance well-being and productivity of you and your colleagues. We look forward to hearing from you. Together, we make our workplace better.